Dear WNBA, we need to talk. Things can't keep going on like this. You need to make some changes. You need to help me understand why you're acting the way you are. You have this incredible opportunity before you. It's just been dropped in your lap, and yet you seem very intent on completely destroying it. What has it ever done to you? It's only brought you good things, but you don't want to accept it. You've toiled in obscurity for almost 3 decades. Your entire existence is owed to the continual charity of millions and millions of dollars from the NBA. You cannot exist on your own. And now, finally, it might be possible for that to change. People are starting to know who you are. They're starting to pay attention, all because of one player. You deny that. You despise her for that. Look, I get it. You work hard. You make sacrifices, just like any other athlete. But guess what? That entitles you to nothing. So many athletes work hard. So many athletes toil in obscurity. So many athletes get paid very little. They make sacrifices. Many athletes work other jobs just to make their dream come true in many sports. A lot of them people only even know that those sports exist every 4 years when the Olympics rolls around. I never hear any of them yelling out and demanding things that they have not earned. They will never get the opportunity that you have right now. Why? Why are you trying to destroy it? Don't you dare say you are not. That is a lie. Everyone sees it. Sure, you have many defenders trying to excuse it away, trying to deny it. Those defenders saying, you don't see what you see. Players aren't targeting Caitlin Clark. They don't hate Caitlin Clark. That's a lie. We all know it's a lie. You know it's a lie. And yet you continue to lie to our faces. You continue to gaslight us. You have charter flights, more charter flights. Some will say, well, you just started following the WNBA because there was talk of charter flights last playoff. Yeah, there was talk of it last playoff, and I believe, no, understand there were safety issues, but this is next level. You have national TV games, next level. And it's not because of you, WNBA, it's because of Caitlin Clark. But that's okay. You get to reap the benefits. Caitlin Clark is part of you. Embrace it. Enjoy it. It may never come around again if you blow this. Have you ever heard of Yankee Stadium? For so long known as the house that Ruth built. Do you think other players tried to destroy that legacy out of their jealousy? Did they refuse to play for the Yankees? Did they refuse to play in Yankee Stadium because of Babe Ruth? Or did they reap the benefits ratings when money poured in? They got a lot of it. How about the NBA? Magic and Bird are credited with saving the NBA. The sport grew, more fans attended, TV ratings went up, the players got more famous, and they made more money. Didn't matter who saved the league, who brought more eyes to the league. Everyone benefited, and they all knew it. But you have drama and petty jealousy and abuse and players screaming, oh no, it's not her, it's about me. That's all this is. It's jealousy. Plain and simple. It's women tearing down successful women because they can't stand that success. Don't lie to yourself about it. You're clearly lying to us about it, but you know it. We know it. The players are jealous. They're lashing out. They hate the fact that Caitlin Clark is this popular. They, I mean, it's practically pathological. It really is. The cheap shots, the digs in interviews and on social media, the insane passive aggressive behavior of Angel Reese, who always talks about how she likes Caitlin Clark. She sure doesn't act like she likes Caitlin Clark. No one cheered on that dirty play by that punk Carter, like Angel Reese jumping up and clapping, and then jumping up off the bench and hugging her when she came over. Me too, me too. I'm the reason. I'm the reason you're watching. No, you're not the reason. The numbers prove that out. No one cares. No one would know your name if it weren't for Caitlin Clark. Just look at the attendance numbers. Look at the ratings numbers. It's not you. It's her. And instead of being petty and jealous and trying to tear down someone who has brought so many new eyes and new fans to your league because they're more popular than you, why not try being grateful? Why not look at this as the amazing opportunity is? No, you don't have to go out and talk about how wonderful Caitlin Clark is and how much you love her and how great this opportunity is. But why not be grateful for it, even if you're not saying those things? Even if you are jealous, why put it out there? Why not embrace the opportunity? Why not just continue to go out and play, conduct yourselves like adults and professionals, enjoy the fact that more people are watching now than ever before? It doesn't matter if it's because of another player. You're getting more of everything. You said you wanted the eyeballs that were the attention you wanted, the money, the chartered flights. You're being treated better. You're getting more media coverage. Aren't those all good things? I think they are. Do you want to go back to the way it was? Because that's where it's headed. Unless you make changes, unless you say, hey, we do have a problem and we do need to fix it. As a league, you have to say, wait a minute, this behavior is no good. It has to stop. We're going to punish Carter now. We're going to get her a 10-game suspension. Maybe we'll suspend her for the entire year. And that sends a clear, clear message to the rest of your players. I mean, look, Clark's been booted off 2 or 3 teams at this point. I don't know why she's still in the league anyway. You're going to go out and say, hey, the referees have been put on notice. They're going to start calling fouls when players are clearly fouling Caitlin Clark and they're just letting it go. Because if you don't do this, if this stuff continues, all those fans Caitlin brought into the WNBA, okay, some will continue to watch. They'll watch Caitlin. They won't watch anything else. They were giving other games a chance, but they'll stop doing that. So you might still get a little bump because of the fever, jersey sales for Caitlin, but the attention for all the other games and all the other players, that's going to go away. These fans are going to say, hey, this is what the league is. This is who these players are. I don't want anything to do with it. And many of them will stop watching altogether. And then where will you be? What if the NBA says, you know what? We're not going to sink millions and millions of dollars into you every year. Then where will you be? I get it. It's okay to be frustrated that none of this attention came before, but it's here now, so why not embrace it? You hate the fact that no one knew who you were, Brianna Stewart. No one knows who you are, Diana Taurasi or Sue Bird. I get it. It hurts your ego. But it doesn't matter how good you were, how good you are, how great the product is if people don't want it. And getting angry for them, at them, for it is a little insane. You need the fans, just like a company needs customers. Elon Musk, brilliant man, created a great product with the Tesla. But guess what? Then he's dependent on the customers. If they didn't buy it, Elon Musk wouldn't be rich, he'd be poor, no one would know who he is. That's just how these things go. But you have an opportunity now to get those fans. But instead, you're falling prey to petty jealousy. Please, please don't play out the stereotype of no one hates successful women more than other women. No one tears down successful women more than other women. Stop tearing down Caitlin Clark. Embrace the opportunity she is giving you. Show these new fans that you have a good product worth supporting. Listen to me. I've seen enough comments on my own videos and elsewhere, and they're all saying the same thing. I've never watched the WNBA until I found Caitlin Clark. I've given it a chance, but I may never watch it again because of what's going on, the poor sportsmanship, the dirty play, the endorsement by you of this dirty play, the lack of action and leadership by the WNBA, how terrible this all is, and the message that it's sending. The opportunity you have is incredible because of Caitlin. The world is watching you in big numbers for the very first time. I hear you say, and your defenders say, the league's always been like this. They're not targeting Caitlin. It's physical. It's a physical league. I hate to break it to you, but people reject that. It's not a good product. People don't want to watch it. It's not entertaining. That's what Caitlin brought that you're not understanding. That's what makes her different. It's not that we think she's the greatest player in the world. We love watching how she plays. It's never been done before in the women's game. It's entertaining, it's exciting, it's fun to watch. The league without her, not so fun to watch. Your sense of entitlement is not helping you. Screaming about wanting this and wanting that and all these things you say you deserve. Without the fan support, doesn't matter. The fans matter. For a business, the customer matters. Are you going to say no to the NBA money? Are you? But if you're really so great on your own before Caitlin, why not? Why does the NBA have to keep your league alive year after year? Can't you do it on your own? You have a shot to do it now, but you don't seem to want it. Is it because you know the NBA would never stop giving you the money? You know you don't have to draw fans. You don't have to make money. Is that why it's okay to target Caitlin Clark, to abuse her the way the league's been abusing her? It's sad. It doesn't paint you in a good light. Not to normal, decent people. It's a shame. You have this opportunity here, but you just don't seem to want it. Look, I'm a Philly fan. Philly is a tough place to play. Its fan base is passionate and they will turn fast and they will bury you. However, for the athlete that understands it, incredible place to play. No place like it. You will thrive, and it's easy to win the fans over. Effort, caring, love the fans back, and they will love you. A recent example, of course, has been Jason Kelsey. A basketball example would be Allen Iverson. Allen had his issues. He had some problems off the court, but Allen Iverson gave every single thing he had, every single night, every single second he played, blood, sweat, and tears. And he was loved and embraced and appreciated by the fans because he loved, embraced, and appreciated the fans. It's a simple formula, but you don't seem to understand that. You don't seem to understand that the fans matter. You don't seem to understand why the fans are tuning in. They tune in because Caitlin plays an exciting brand of basketball that the WNBA has never had. No one wants to hear this, and I get it. I understand. I wouldn't like to be told, "Hey, no one wants to watch me," but no one does want to watch style of play of players like Angel Reese. It's just never caught hold. It's not enjoyable to watch. Look, I give her a ton of credit for being the rebounder she is. All teams need that kind of player. They're important, but those aren't the players that bring in eyeballs and grow a league. She can't make a simple layup. No one wants to watch that. And yet, for some reason, you think you should get all the perks of a huge fan base without the actual fan base. This petty jealousy, this targeting of Caitlin Clark, this behavior, it has to stop. Look, Aja Wilson is a dominant player in the WNBA, the best player in the WNBA. I don't think anybody disputes that. But it doesn't matter because it never moved the needle in terms of the fans. She has a shoe deal because she complained that Caitlin Clark got a shoe deal. But she didn't earn the shoe deal. And again, yes, she's a great player and she worked hard, but that's not what gets you a shoe deal. It's your fans that get you a shoe deal. It's your popularity that gets you a shoe deal. And I get that that's frustrating. You can be that good, but you don't get those endorsements. Look, there are lots of great players in the NFL that didn't never got 1/100th of the endorsement deals and the endorsement money that say a Peyton Manning got. That's just the way it is. So please stop the petty jealousy. Caitlin Clark is that girl. She is the golden goose for you, and you want to destroy it out of your petty jealousy. You you have issues you need to address, things you need to fix. It's her style of play that people enjoy. They are not saying she is the best, but she is the most exciting and most watchable. Every time she touches the ball, people hold their breath for a logo three, which, by the way, the coach seems to want to be taking out of her game. It's not just everything with the targeting. The coach is trying to completely destroy what makes her the player she is, what makes her the popular player she is. Stop it. Look, back in, I don't remember when it was the 90s, the early 2000s, when the neutral zone trap was popular in the NHL and goalies were coming way out of the net. The play got really, really boring. The players weren't any less skilled, but the style of play, it was not fun to watch. People didn't like it. So guess what? The NHL eventually said, "Hey, we got to make some changes," and they did. And they opened up the game, and it got little more offensive, and the players' skills could be showcased a little more, and the fans enjoyed that. And look, I really have been trying to avoid the nonsense that's been brought into this and trying to make it a color thing because going down that road doesn't help anybody. And But I will say this, if it's because of Cece's skin color, as many of you say, why didn't players like Brianna Stewart or Sue Bird or Diana Taurasi move the needle? They didn't. No one knew who they were. No one cared. And if it's her skin color, why is it Caitlin Clark? Why isn't it Cameron Brink? Why isn't she the megastar who moved the needle in the WNBA? Why isn't she the rookie that changed everything? She's tall, blonde, fit, attractive, good player. None of that mattered though. In fact, one game, I believe, this season, the Sparks drew barely 3,000 fans. But when Clark showed up, they drew over 19,000. I could go on. I don't know that I have many people less listening at this point. So let me wrap it up and say this. You only get one shot, one opportunity. Will you capture it or just let it slip?